Don't forget to check out and grab your copy of our 2 newly released books, Football, a Love Story, and What Did Football Teach Me? These books feature over 100 stories from current and former coaches, players, executives, and entertainers from across the football landscape, describing what got them involved in the game, what they love about it, and what life lessons the game taught them. You can find your copy or order your copy from our website at footballgameplan.com/books. This week versus the New York Jets, I think it's going to be important for Buffalo to find creative ways to weaken that pressure that's going to be coming from the New York Jets defense. I think one way they can do so is by utilizing both backs in the backfield at the same time. LaShawn McCoy and also Carlos Williams. Both guys can do an excellent job in catching the football, and I think that's one way they can neutralize that pressure coming from the second level. Show you what we're talking about here. Shotgun set with Tyrod Taylor at quarterback, 2 tailbacks offset. So you're coming into the lineup with 2 backs, a tight end, and 2 wide receivers. So they're going to stay in their base personnel because you can run effectively either way with both guys. But again, they see base personnel. They're going to stay with their base ideally. Now, what you want to do by spreading out the receivers, bottom of the numbers, so that way you widen out that defense. And that's one way to weaken a 3-4 defense, by expanding it either with 2 tight end sets or by expanding the formation widthwise. So that way you weaken the pressure, you can identify where these guys are coming from, and you then put yourself in better position as an offense to pick up the blitz. So what we're going to do with these guys, we're going to put both backs in route. And all we're reading this inside linebacker here, and we're going to read the safety here. And we're giving Tyrod Taylor essentially a front side read, but we're trying to make sure we weaken the strong side of the formation by sending the back out in the flat and attacking with different route combinations. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. Now, on this side, we want to take away both the corner and the safety. And the best way to do that, just run him outside, out and up. This guy will have to honor that and try to get over top to help this cornerback out. So now you've taken away the safety that could possibly help you out front side. What we're trying to do to weaken this part of the linebacking core, we're going to run Carlos Williams up as if he's going on a flat route, but he's running the arrow route. So that could be one read for Tyrod Taylor. Now what we're doing here, we're trying to see how this guy is going to play coverage. Either he's going to drift this way as if he's playing cover 3. He's going to drift up to try to ride over underneath this tight end, because what we're doing with this tight end, we're going to push him up as if he's going to block, and he's running a post. He's going to try to split the 2 safeties, because what we have coming right behind him is a dig. So now that's where this safety comes into play, because again, we're reading whether or not this guy's going to buzz underneath, because we're running LaShawn McCoy out in the flat. So that could probably take him out, because we know he's probably going to rush. So he's going to take out, thus vacating this area here for Tyrod Taylor. If this guy wants to ride the inside of this tight end, this route, and this safety wants to buzz down and try to attack this flat along with the corner, now you leave the corner one-on-one, and you have position right there with the receiver going on the dig route. So again, you're reading the inside linebacker, the strong side inside linebacker, and the safety to the tight end side. And whichever way they react, Tyrod Taylor knows he can then attack where they vacated. So this is one way I think they can utilize both backs in the backfield in this ball game versus the Jets and be in a great situation. Because again, worst case scenario, if they're still getting pressure, you have a mobile guy back there in the pocket in Tyrod Taylor that can definitely get you out of trouble. But sending both backs out in the route creates all kinds of problems for a 3-4 defense. Obviously, this week versus Buffalo is going to be important for the New York Jets to get pressure on Tyrod Taylor and keep him confined within that tackle-to-tackle box. And I'm going to show you how they can do so, getting inside pressure with their 2 inside backers while playing contain on the outside, one with the backer and one with the strong safety. Show you what we're talking about here. And that's the biggest thing versus a mobile quarterback. You want to make sure you keep these guys confined to the tackle box, because it helps you as a defense to get better pressure on these guys. You don't have to worry about a quarterback breaking contain and then throwing off all of your rush responsibilities and coverage responsibilities. So you want to keep them within the tackle box. This is why it's ideal to play a quarterback that's not a mobile guy, because you know where he's going to be once he hits his drop. So as for Tyrod Taylor is concerned in this ball game, and if we're the New York Jets, what we're trying to do, what we want to do is get strong side pressure coming here and play contain. So we're going to walk this guy up as the cadence starts to wind down, And we want Tyrod Taylor to see, okay, the strong safety is coming. Maybe I have to go somewhere else. Maybe I have to go, you know, weak side. But that's why we want him to see this guy walking up, because we're sending him on the outside. He's going to think the backer is coming as well, but we're dropping the backer in the zone. We're manned up, obviously, on the corners on the outside. And what I like about the Jets personnel, there are two excellent corners on the outside. They can cock inward toward Tyrod Taylor and drive on any quick short route, let's say a slant or maybe like a quick pop pass. They can drive on that and pick that off. So they have the advantage of being off and being cocked to the inside and watching the eyes of Tyrod Taylor. Now what we're going to do here, we're going to get simple pressure with the 5 technique. The nose tackle is going to do a great job of pushing the center and then working strong side A gap. Why? Because we're going to send this backer in the weak side A gap. And as the cadence starts to wind down again, we're walking this backer up. And now when he sees, the guard sees his backer up, maybe Tyrod Taylor can change protection and think, okay, these guys are coming. Now we have to change things up. He doesn't know this guy is coming until after the ball is snapped. And once the ball is snapped, this backer is going down the weak side A gap. He's shooting the B gap. And we're going to have this 5 technique get a push, freeing up this backer to get contained pressure on the outside and dropping back in the curl the flat area, hook the curl area, dropping the safety back deep in the middle of the field. Cover 1 looks like cover 2 pre-snap, and we're going to work it down again. Get pressure with the strong safety on the outside. Backer, athletic 5 technique could drop back in the short area zone. Both backers are blitzing weak side, and that's essentially what you want to do. You want to try to force him to make a quick decision. You want to dictate where he can go with the football, which plays into the hands of where you have your coverage set with your corners, and you're dropping that 5 technique back in that coverage area. Again, this is one way they can create pressure on the outside, confuse Tyrod Taylor on the inside, and hopefully influence a bad decision.
I like the Bills in this ball game. I think both defenses will come ready to play. It will be a physical battle early on, but which offense can you trust to put points up on the board in the clutch? I look at the Bills offense with their ability to not only run, but throw the football. I think that's going to be the key and the reason why I think they'll knock off the Jets on the road.
Thursday Night Football, AFC East divisional game. This is going to be a good one, folks. The X factor for the Jets really is going to come down to Darrelle Revis and his ability to shut down Sammy Watkins. Watkins is a guy that's been hungry for the football. He was the primary target last week. The quarterbacks are going to be looking to get him the ball. Revis is going to have to shut him down, and that will shut down their passing game. As far as the Bills are concerned, the real key for them, their X factor is Carlos Williams. They're not going to have LaShawn McCoy in this game. Williams is averaging 6.6 yards a carry. The Bills have been able to run the football really well. Greg Roman is an offensive coordinator who knows how to figure out different ways to run the football. So it's really going to be important for the Bills to be able to run the football, because I really think that the X factor for the Jets is going to override Sammy Watkins, and that's Darrelle Revis against Sammy Watkins. I have the Jets winning this game 27-24.
In the AFC East matchup, we have the Buffalo Bills traveling to see the New York Jets. Now, the Bills were able to pull out a big victory, and what did? They ran the ball this past week. What's going to happen this week? I actually expect something a little different. Tyrod Taylor will use his legs, but also his arm to take advantage. So that's the guy you want to start. You want to start Tyrod Taylor. He's the guy with the talent. He's the guy who gets this engine going for this offense. Since LaShawn McCoy, again, with the type of defense that the Jets play, that bare front, LaShawn McCoy is going to struggle trying to find holes. I don't think he'll have a huge game in this particular matchup. Now, as far as a start for the Jets, you want to start Chris Ivory until otherwise notified. 2 touchdowns last week. Even though he didn't have the yards, he's getting the touchdowns, he's getting the goal line carries, he's getting the work. As far as a sit, I'm actually going to sit the Jets D. I expect this to be a pretty good shootout type game, and it should be interesting to watch. A sleeper here is Ryan Fitzpatrick. There's more guys who are on bye this week. Week 9 was the strong week for byes. This week we have 4 teams on byes. Maybe he's a sleeper in a deeper league for you. In this matchup, I'm going to go with the Jets winning it, though, 28-23 with the home field advantage.